So how is it that UK became a shithole? Well, it wasn't an accident, it was actually planned. This is how they did it. Guys, welcome to the channel, and it is very sad to see the state in which the United Kingdom is right now. It was not always the case. It used to be a place where you could have a project of life. It used to be a place where lots of people from other countries looked up to, instead of looking at it and saying, God damn it, I don't want to end up like that. I don't want my country to become that. It is, unfortunately, the state in which it is right now. But how is it that it exactly became that? Well,
what is the truth behind immigration?
So if you're looking around Britain and you're thinking, well, this is suddenly looking rather shabby and nothing seems to be working, that's because we've entered what is called a population trap, which is the rate of our population growth is so great it exceeds the capacity of the state to provide public services.
In this exclusive documentary, GB News has found out how mass migration has been allowed to sweep the country.
So there is actually a halal premise in Preston that has handed out 100 visas in just 2 years. So that's the kind of levels that we are dealing with around the country.
We asked migrants what they do for work.
And what do you do?
I used to work in hospitality industry, so I'm just looking for a job.
So you're a food delivery driver?
Yes, sir.
And we asked people in Bradford what they thought about immigration.
What about immigration? How's that changed Bradford?
When they first come in, fine. But now it's overloaded. Everything. You can't trust anybody.
My name is Stephen Edgington, and in this film I'm exploring the legal routes migrants take to get into Britain and how they impact our economy. In partnership with the Centre for Migration Control, GB News has discovered that hundreds of skilled worker visas have been handed out to migrants to work in kebab houses and halal butchers. According to a
it's a taxi driving thing. It is also, and this needs to be said, it also just so happens to be where when you find these gangs of people from very diverse and colorful origin, they end up forming gangs that take advantage of little girls. They also end up being connected to the same stores, the same shops. It's always going to be someone from a kebab thing. It's going to be someone from a taxi. It's usually going to be the same thing. Is that a coincidence? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. The problem is always the same. You have allowed your country to be conquered through just getting on a plane, going over there. People freak out about the boats. It's not the boat, guys. It's really not. I mean, sure, you shouldn't have some guy landing on a boat and just walking illegally into a country. But it's not that how you've got so many millions. They just get on a plane, they get a visa to work as a skilled worker in a kebab or driving a cab or God knows what else. And slowly but surely, they invaded your country and now it's theirs. Now they have Sharia law in your own country above your own laws. And it's not just the laws. It is the way in which society itself has been transformed. You are more likely to end up in jail in UK for talking about these things that I'm talking about right now than if you actually go and do the horrible things that in parts of South America where I'm from, that gets your head on a curve and a sledgehammer in your skull. That's how in the less politically correct parts of the world, people still resolve some of these things that are culturally normal for some of these people. That is now how it goes in UK. You have these people that will sit in front of a school in a park all day long and taking pictures and planning what they're gonna do next with little girls, and you cannot do a damn thing about it. Why? Because now it's their country. Now they control everything. They control the police, they control the government, they control the education system, they control the religious system.
Freedom of Information request submitted by the CMC. Between 2021 and 2023, skilled worker visas were sponsored by 56 kebab houses, 83 businesses with halal in their name, and one butcher's alone sponsored 918 skilled worker visas. The skilled work.
One butcher, one butcher sponsored 900 visas. Do you see what I just said is actually correct? It's true. It's a plan. It's a plan to invade and conquer. And I think it's kind of like too late. A lot of these people are already born there. They have transformed your country into theirs. They've converted your country into theirs. A lot of these people that barely speak the language at all, if they even do that, they were born there. But they were born there in their own communities, right? They will have their passport just exactly the same as you do, right? And they will try to, but you just hate people from, no, you don't, you just see that there's cultures that are just not compatible with your own. It's not that you got invaded by a bunch of Italians putting pizza shops. It wasn't the Polish cab or truck driver or plumber. No, it was not that. It was not the guy from Finland working in tech or whatever the hell it is. No. It was from a very specific part of the world that slowly but surely conquered your country into what it is right now. And I don't see a way out of this thing, man.
The visa route allows migrants to come into Britain if they are chefs or butchers, among many other occupations including call centre supervisors, bar managers, personnel managers and gym instructors. I caught up with Robert Bates of the Centre for Migration Control in Bradford to discuss his findings.
There's been a huge explosion in legal migration in the last few years, and Priti Patel recently said that she let in the best and brightest on this new points-based system in which we...
I don't know. I don't see the point in going on. This you have the name there if you want to watch it and just feel like shit about it. Guys, you know what's going on. I know what's going on. If you happen to be an actual British guy and you even mention this, you get your ass thrown in jail for 3 years. If you complain about how they're destroying your life, they're destroying your kid's future, you cannot even complain about these things in school. You have to suck it up if they tell you that you're a transgender teacher bullshit thing. If you even say anything, you get arrested. But these people, they can do whatever they want. They can go after little kids and just not even see the inside of a cell, ever. Sad state of affairs. But you need to understand that this is how it goes. This is how it ended up. And if you want to put up with this, there you go. If you want to live in a different way, well, maybe this is not the place for you anymore. I don't, and I've had this happen to me as well. Right? Maybe in a different way, more of a political thing with the left taking over in my country for way too long, and it was just not comfortable because you're the problem. Trust me, I know this because I've gone through this. You're the problem. You're the one that is not aligned with what everyone else wants. And by everyone else, yeah, there's going to be a majority, right? There is a majority right now. You walk around the street. The numbers are really not true. You know that they're lying, right? You know that. So you're the minority. You're the one that doesn't want to live like this. Okay, so maybe go and do something about it. Maybe stop living like that. Maybe go somewhere where life is not like that anymore. I would not like to be living in a Middle Eastern country. I would not move to Afghanistan myself. Why the hell would I stay living as if I'm in Afghanistan, even if that's in a small town in UK? No. Really, life is just too damn short for that bullshit. At least that's the way I see it. If you see it somewhere else, some other way, that's perfectly fine. See you on our next video, guys. Take care.